Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work in Scotland. Today I'm very aware that autumn is around and I'm enjoying the colours of autumn, and I just felt compelled to do a bit of a one-sheet wonder. To do a one-sheet wonder. I'm just relaxing for a wee while. I'm going to work later today and I just wanted to have a little bit of crafting time for myself, and so I thought I'd just share it with you. So I've got some autumn colours that I've pulled out. So I've got Sahara Sand, Mossy Meadow, Crushed Curry, Cajun Craze and Merry Merlot. And I've got out Rooted in Nature. I've got Winter Woods. I've got both them Rooted in Nature boxes out, and I've got Crackle Paint out. So I'm just going to use some stamps from each set. I'm going to use the Birch Trees, the Crackle Paint, and this tree, cross section of a tree, to try and create a bit of background here, and I'm going to do all of that in Sahara Sand. So if you just bear with me. First of all, I bought the Crackle Paint one. I would have used the birch, I think is it called Birchwood one, but I don't have it yet, so birch bark stamp. But I'm thinking the Crackle Paint will work okay. Now I'm kind of using some sticky leftover from some of my new cling stamps, because I bought this before the cling stamps came out. So just using my hand so that I'm just getting some of, so I'm just kind of inking this in a kind of different way. So just in the middle, and I'm going to roll it in different places. So three, four, so I've only inked this once, and look, I'm getting impressions of it. So there you go, one inking of that. Will I do it one more time? Really just. So I've got this in my hand and I've just rolled it on the ink, and we'll just see what happens. So we'll just crisscrossing it, just so there is definitely some background texture on this, just from that stamp, the Crackle Paint one. So I'll pop that back in its box. Whoops. I'll give that a clean in a minute. And then I want to take this one, the one that's from Rooted in Nature, and I'm just going to stick with the Sahara Sand. Again, I'm just kind of holding it in my hand a bit. I've put a wee bit sticky on just to help it to, I am inking it all up, but I'm not really wanting it to, I don't want a distinct, I don't want the whole thing, if you know what I mean. And kind of broken. I'm going over the top of what's there already. I'm just going to use this up because it does provide a bit of texture in the background. We'll leave it at that. Whoops. And again, this is even trickier because I don't want this to be straight. I just want to get some kind of feeling of these wee branches just coming in and out. Not branches, trunks. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just, do you know, I'm playing, and that's whether this will be something afterwards, I don't know. Just inking it up and just rolling it a bit. I'm getting double images, you know, going different directions. If you see what I mean, it's like texture, it's wood textures, so that it's in line with what I want to do, which is to add some autumn coloured leaves. And so I feel that I've added the texture I wanted there. So I am going to take my other colours in turn, and I'm just going to stamp all over. I'm going to, again, just stamp as often with each colour. So I'm just going to take the stamps in turn, and just, it's random, this is random, there's no, I'm not even thinking of, you know, what I'm going to do when I'm finished. I don't really know what I'm going to do, so I'm just, whoops. Or maybe I've just started thinking of something already. See, I didn't when I started, but see, I'm kind of creating a bit of a garland here. Wasn't really what I set out to do, but do you know, I actually think that's okay. I'm connecting them together. And this is the thing, you see, what I'm doing here is finding out what happens if I do that. So, what happens if I take this direction? Do you see what I mean? It's like creating a across the page. I'm going to leave that one at that just now. And what else can I add in? We'll go for another colour to add in here. Put some yellow in. What colour, what leaf will we use for the yellow? Here we go. So this is crushed curry I'm using here. I'm now starting to build out from here, but I'm not sure I'm liking what I'm doing, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. It wasn't, I was intending to be much more random, but I'm finding I'm going around this middle bit that I've created, so just let's go with it. Oh, how annoying is that? I had to stop to answer the phone. It was my house phone, and generally the only people that phone my house phone are Mum and my godmother, who are both quite old. And guess what? It was, I don't know, I think it was a fake, one of these fake calls saying they're from Microsoft technical department. I've just hung up, but I was here trying to relax. These organisations don't know what they're doing, so to people. Okay, I could just hang up, but so many people don't understand that. And I'm going to pop this. Stamping at least 3 times, but you know, you can go 4. You can still see it. It gives texture in the background. So I don't know. We'll maybe come back to that later. And go to the, I think I'll now use Merry Merlot. I'm liking the colours anyway. I'm not sure if I like what I'm doing here, but I'll just, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's just impressions of autumn. My impression of autumn. I'm actually bringing Merry Merlot in because I really like when the reds come in the trees, and I don't know what's going to happen here. So let's just continue what we were doing. I like that. Yep, do like it. Bringing these ones further out this time. Ooh. This is adding something now, isn't it? We come out from here. What do you think? I'm loving it. Now, do you see how it's building up and there's texture coming now? And I'll just do another one from here maybe. I don't know where else I need this Merry Merlot. Maybe a bit here, I think. I actually like the fact that I've done the garland thing. I'm going to add more there, I think. Like. And I'm going to add some smaller things. I'm going to bring in some more green, I think. Or, well, no, yes, I do. I want to bring back the green. I don't know if I've got too many colours here or not. I'm not sure. I'll just go with it at the moment. Right, so I'm going to bring in some pine. Do you know, because in the woods, you're going to find everything. And I'm just putting them in the background. Some of them in the background anyway. And so I've done a Merry Merlot one, but never mind. That wasn't my intention. Let's just shut Merry Merlot. I wanted to bring some more green in. I better clean that now. Although sometimes it's nice just to get the... That's okay, but it wasn't my intention. 3. Be careful of the edge of these small stamps because you don't want that line that I've managed to put. So I'm just bringing no real rhyme or reason here actually. I'm just... Did you see that? I nearly dropped it. Just some bits of pine branch on the forest floor, really. And that's just bringing the green out further. I'm going to go over that line, maybe see if that, yeah, that disguises it a wee bit. Might add more in later, but what I'm going to do now is just bring in another colour, which is probably quite ridiculous, but I'm going to bring in Cajun Craze just because I like it, and I'm going to pop some pine cones around. So there's this pine cone that's from Winter Woods, that one. It's the same as the wee pine branch. Love them. I love this wee pine cone, so it's just got to be in there. Again, watch that wee extra line off the edge of your stamp. So these are just going to go randomly. She says, I think maybe better just doing them in groups of 3. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or I don't. Can you see some nice autumn in there? It's just the colours that I like. Don't know if I've made the cones just all a bit disconnected, but it doesn't matter because I'm thinking of the forest floor. Just going to leave it at that, I think. What do you think? Do you think I need to get a bit more of the yellow out there? I wonder. There's just this wee texture stamp here, and I think it's sort of like ground or something. So I'm going to actually take it and put a bit more yellow in the paint. I don't know why I want more yellow, I just do. There are people out there that can tell you why. I just know that I do. Just, it's. I know it's about balance, but it's what looks balanced to me. It might not to you. I'm just going to. Not do any harm. Just adding texture to the forest floor. I just feel like I'm pulling the yellow out into my picture. Don't even know if I'm achieving anything, just... Just crisscrossing that one because it looked like it was meant to be something and I don't want it to look like that. Right, that'll do. That'll do. What do you think? I'm okay with that. I'm just going to leave it. I don't think there's enough green in actually. I wonder. Never enough. That's it. Wonder about bringing in one of the skeleton leaves and just doing that in green. I probably ruin this, but do you know what? It's worth the risk. Right, because these are fine lines on the skeleton leaves, so it won't add as much colour at one go, but I'm just thinking I want it in there. adding some bigger leaves on, that sort of garlandy look. Quite a pretty autumn floor I've done today, isn't it? I'm just playing. You can play too if you want. This may or may not end up being something. Might end up in the bin, who cares? Okay, I'm actually thinking I'll just leave it at that. I'm just in danger of cluttering it too much, so I'm just going to go. So there you go, my autumn one sheet wonder for today. I feel better. I'm going off to get my shower, get my clothes on and get ready to go to work, but I just needed a bit of chill time just for me. So thank you for watching this. There probably will be a part 2 to this. I'll finish it tonight, but there's going to be a break because I'm going to go to work in between. So I changed my mind. I've come back on just to finish up with you guys and make this into something, because I know what happens. My mind will have gone somewhere else. So I've brought in a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock and a piece of Merry Merlot. I'm just going to make them into cards. I'm just going to make this sheet into 4 cards. 4 cards that then I can use to write to friends. I think I'll make them into kind of note cards. Score it up the middle, cut it down the middle, 2 card pieces, and the same with this one. I'm scoring it at, if I can get it to lie flat, 10 and a half. I don't even know why I do it so many times, it's a bad habit. Once is enough, really. Right, that's card bases. So what we'll do is cut this at 10.1, or shall we do a bit of sponging around the edge? Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to cut it at 9.7. By 14. One. And another one at 14. Don't worry about where you're cutting. Put your scraps in your scrap box for another day. And put that at 9.7. No, I'm going to do this because there's actually quite a lot of space there. Let's see. All these gorgeous rich colours. 9.7. Keep that. And then 14. And I wonder, because that's got that line, but I wonder if we cut this at 14, we get rid of some of that error that I made. Yeah, that takes a good bit of that away, that's good. Right, then I'm thinking before I put this on here, I'm going to get an old sponge and I'm going to Where are my sponges? Wait a minute, because that one's got blue in it, so let's see if we can find this. Here they are. I keep all my sponges. And what I do is I put them in one of these net bags and pop them through the washing machine. And then they're, although they're stained, they're ready to use again. They're stained, but the colour won't come out. So, you know, that way they last forever. So let's get the green on this one. I'm going to, the ones that are going to go on the Merry Merlot, I'm going to sponge round the edge in Mossy Meadow, and then the other way about. So we'll just do 2 of them, and I'm doing it very roughly. And I'm on this one doing a bit of, you know, quite a bit of colour going onto the card at the corners as well. Just creates a slightly different effect, and it does define the edge a bit. Always do it with a colour that is in there as well, and then it will look quite okay. Yay, messy. Maybe take this one and do it, maybe I'll show you just to do it a bit more on the edge, not so invasive into your stamping. You keep it more upright, you just get a nicer, sharper line. So it just depends what look you're looking for. So that's them, and then we'll just do the sponging on these 2, and we'll quickly make up the cards and see what you think. Just so I don't muddle them up, those 2 are going on there. These 2, are they? Yep, are going to get sponged with Merry Merlot. So it helps to pull out the colours that are in there as well. So just loading this up with some Merry Merlot. I use this a lot, I just think it defines the edge. One, and then this one. I don't know why I'm keeping loading it, there's probably plenty in the sponge now. Doesn't really need to be reloaded every time. And see, once you cut it, the 1 sheet wonder up into 4, I could have done it into lots of others. Could have cut it into lots of other panels and made 3D items, could have made it into wrapping paper, could have been a box, a bag. I just felt today that I wanted to make it into cards, so then it's just a matter of find your glue. Where do you think mine has gone? It is. So basically, do you know, in a fairly short space of time, I've got 4 cards. I love these tree stamps. I know a lot of us are missing our Lovely as a Tree, but you know what? Rooted in Nature, Winter Woods, they're fantastic. Fantastic sets. So again, I'm using wet glue because it just gives me that bit of time. I've not even been thinking about direction, I've just popped it on So I can either use it that way or that way. I can put a sentiment on when I need one, or I could use something like, where's my butterfly one? Why is it always, when you want something, it's not there? I wanted to show you. Is it Beauty Abounds, the one that's got just a note? Nope, that's not the one I'm wanting. Oh, how annoying. My butterfly ones. Butterfly Gala, that's the stamp set I was wanting, because it's got this fabulous A Little Note. I really like that one. Or Thank You So Very Much. These are really good sentiments, you know, if you want to do for a notelet or a thank you, whatever. So without bringing an extra set in, there you go. Right, so one, just thinking. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do that. Wait, I'll do one around. I'll do one with the green edging onto the Mossy Meadow, just so that you can see a different look it gives you if it's onto the same colour, and how well our colours coordinate. This a beauty. I really like this combination of colours I've used today. There we go. There's green on green. And then I need to get a move on, because I really should be in the shower and get myself moving to work. But sometimes you just need to take time for yourself. Some things are more important. So I really am interested to know what you think about my autumn cards. Put the glue out of the way and then we'll let you see. So there we have it. You've got green on green, green on Merry Merlot, Merry Merlot on Merry Merlot, and Merry Merlot on green. You tell me what you like the best. This one doesn't want to stay shut. That's better. So there you go. I have relaxed. I'm going now to get ready to go to work, and I will upload this later on this week. I hope you've enjoyed that. Speak to you soon. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to share my channel. I'm trying so hard to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can do this sort of thing as a live video, and I think actually it would have been quite fun to do that. Thank you.